Get 3 months of local news for just 99 cents a month. You'll get unlimited access to the news you need to stay engaged and connected to your community. Visit DuluthNewstribune.com/subscribe now to get 3 months of local news for only 99 cents a month.
Hello, Northlanders. It's Thursday, August 29th. I'm Dan Williamson with your Duluth News-Tribune Minutes, presented by Minnesota Power Employees Credit Union.
The average MPECU member saves over $785 a year in better rates and lower fees. And with MPECU, every ATM is your ATM. With their free checking program, you get ATM fee reimbursements at any ATM anywhere in the U.S. Check out Minnesota Power Employees Credit Union's services online at mpecu.com or visit their offices in downtown Duluth, Arrowhead Road, or Miller Trunk Highway.
Now here's a look at today's headlines. Jen Tran is openly in love with two men on the current season of ABC's reality dating show, The Bachelorette, and one of them grew up in the Northland. Marcus Schoberg, age 32, has outlasted 23 competitors eliminated from Tran's dating pool since the season's July 8th premiere. Only Schoberg and Devin Strader, a Texas freight company owner, remain as the show moves toward its season finale, airing Tuesday, September 3rd at 7 p.m. Portrayed as steady and unassuming, Schoberg earned a rare declaration of love from Tran during their date, which aired Monday. In a conversation that aired Tuesday, August 27th, Tran told Strader that she's in love with him as well. If the show unfolds as planned, next week's episode will see a proposal between one of the couples, with the other suitor being dumped moments before he kneels to present an engagement ring. As Schoberg, who now lives in Raleigh, North Carolina, has become a leading contender for Tran's heart, the drama in their relationship has revolved around whether or not he can achieve the certainty he needs in order to propose marriage by the show's looming deadline. This week's dates involve the show's signature fantasy suites, in which the lead and each of her remaining suitors, in turn, spend a night alone, off camera. Much of the discussion on Schoberg's date involved his slowly developing feelings. Tran professed her understanding and told Schoberg she loves him, even though he wasn't yet able to say the same in return. Schoberg is the son of a Carleton couple, but left Minnesota after high school to join the Army. On his hometown date last week, Schoberg brought Tran to Tacoma, Washington, and explained that his adoptive parents would not be participating. Instead, Tran met Schoberg's close friends and his sister, Gabriella Schoberg, of Duluth. To date, the show has featured no direct mention of Minnesota in connection with Schoberg. The contestant has recounted a difficult youth during which he and his sister moved through various families in the foster care system after their birth parents could no longer care for the two. Schoberg's Army service, which he said involved a traumatic combat injury while serving in Afghanistan, ended in 2019, according to his LinkedIn profile. He subsequently enrolled at Harvard College with an expected graduation date of 2025. Essentia Health in Duluth was recently cited for 6 serious violations by the Minnesota Department of Labor and Industry. The Essentia Health Duluth Clinic's 2nd Street building at 502 East 2nd Street was inspected by the Occupational Safety and Health Division on April 11th. The issuance of the citations and notifications for penalties totaling $27,300 was given on July 30th by the department's commissioner, Nicole Blissenbach. According to the document, Essentia didn't provide adequate eye protection for lab employees who were working to prepare 24-hour urine collections and pouring corrosive chemicals such as acetic and hydrochloric acids. Goggles were also not provided to those working in the maintenance department who were pouring corrosive chemicals. For this violation, Essentia was fined $4,200. According to the second citation, specific emergency eye wash stations weren't provided for employees exposed to injurious corrosive materials, resulting in a $4,200 penalty. In a third citation, Essentia did not provide environmental services employees with tongs or forceps to eliminate or minimize occupational exposure exposure to needle stick injuries, resulting in a $4,900 fine. The fourth citation stated that Sharps containers were not replaced routinely and were allowed to be overfilled at the Duluth Clinic's third-floor lab and 2 restrooms, resulting in a $6,300 fine. The fifth citation was for failure to provide bloodborne pathogen training to an environmental services employee and a maintenance employee. The annual bloodborne pathogen training was also found to be inadequate for environmental services employees with occupational exposures. This resulted in a $3,500 fine. The final citation found Essentia didn't provide training that covered the detection of hazardous chemicals, the physical and health hazards of the chemicals, and how employees should protect themselves. For this, Essentia was fined $4,200. The violations were required to be abated by August 23rd. Essentia Media Relations Specialist Tony Matt said the violations have been resolved. It's time now for this week's Business Beat with Duluth News Tribune business reporter Brielle Bredston.
Call to action. With grant funding set to sunset in November for Downtown Duluth Street Outreach Specialist, the organization is requesting support to retain the position. In 18 months, the current outreach specialist has made interaction with over 5,100 homeless people and over 3,200 businesses, helping to secure stable housing for 32 individuals and treatment for 26 individuals. An outreach tee box sponsorship has been added to the upcoming golf event on September 16th for downtown Duluth, and direct contributions are also accepted through the Downtown Duluth website. A new restaurant is opening on Island Lake. The Smiling Moon Restaurant and Bar, along with Jack Frosty's drive-thru, will hold a grand opening event at 3:30 p.m. on Friday, August 30th at 7055 Rice Lake Road in the former Lake Effect location. The event will feature beer, wine, and liquor tastings from 4 to 6 p.m., as well as free root beer floats, hot dogs, and chips from Jack Frosty's. Live music from Jake Jacobson, and a bouncy house. The Gunnison Volunteer Fire Department truck will also be on display. The Smiling Moon menu features elevated casual American cuisine made from scratch. Starting on September 3rd, it is open from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Tuesdays through Thursdays until 11 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays, and until 8 p.m. on Sundays. Jack Frosty's offers ice cream treats and traditional drive-in fare. Starting on September 3rd, hours are 4 to 7 p.m., Tuesdays to Thursdays, and 11 to 7 Saturdays and Sundays. Saginaw lands a new fly-in community. Superior Aero Estates opened last week, offering pilots and aviation enthusiasts the opportunity to live with their planes with access to a 3,500-foot grass runway. Situated near U.S. Highway 53 by Duluth and Hermantown, the community is surrounded by the Cloquet Forest on 3 sides. It features fiber internet service and allows residents to build their dream homes alongside or within hangars on 4.5-acre parcels. I'm Brielle Bredston. Send me some more business tips at bbredston@duluthnews.com.
Thanks, Brielle. Now here's a look at your forecast, brought to you by the Superior Telegram's history podcast, Archive Dive.
Here's the forecast for the Duluth area on this Thursday. Patchy fog will once again kick off the day today, ahead of a cold front which will bring some rain and thunderstorms to the arrowhead of Minnesota by later today. A few of the storms could be on the stronger side, though the better risk for severe storms looks to be more to the southwest from our area. Otherwise, storms clear out by tonight into Friday morning, leaving us with a breezy but otherwise nice start to the holiday weekend, though there is a brief chance for a shower or thundershower later Saturday into Saturday night. Still, the rest of the weekend looks great. I'm Storm Tracker meteorologist Robert Daly.
Thank you to Archive Dive for their support. The monthly history podcast, hosted by Superior Telegram reporter Maria Lockwood, dips into the archives of historic events, people, and places around Superior and Douglas County. The most recent episode of Archive Dive, titled The Hero the Blotnick Bridge is Named For, is now available at superiortelegram.com or wherever you also get this podcast. Reporting for today's episode was done by Jay Gabler and Brielle Bredston. Thank you for listening to the Duluth News Tribune Minute. Have a great day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.